my car broke down in the middle of a highway on Monday, this past Monday, in the middle of rush hour traffic, and this man decided to yell at me, "You stupid bitch." Like, of course, I did not stop my vehicle in the middle of rush hour traffic, and I just laughed. And I was happy that I was able to laugh and not get all crisscrossed out of shape about it. But life is already so rough, and that's my theme lately. People keep telling me, because I'm going through a lot of things in my life. People are like, "Rachel, you need to stop being so hard on yourself. You know, there are better things coming." And of course, that's always been right. There's always been better times coming. You don't know what's to come. It's like the seed gets planted in the soil. What's gonna grow? Who knows? But I just laughed at that man, because I was like, bro, it's not that serious. And sometimes I get really caught up in the seriousness of what's happening in my life. And it definitely takes a toll when you start to be too serious. Your cortisol spikes, right? The stress hormones, like our emotions are guided by our thoughts. And I've experienced this a lot, especially heavily within the last few months. Because it's also winter, so it's a time to go in and reflect on what's been going on in the outside world. But how we feel and how we think, like, that becomes our hormones. So it's a big part of your health. I hit a point in my journey where I was doing all the right things. I was eating the right things, going to the gym, in the sun, doing all the right things. And yet my body was still burning itself out. And, I always have to hit rock bottoms before I bring myself back to my center. And something I've been doing lately, and I encourage a lot of you to do if you are looking like, where am I missing something, is trying meditation, trying to intentionally slow your breathing rate down. And I say meditation, like, I think the word meditation is like overwhelming, and it's like, how do you sit there with no thoughts in your mind? And for me, it's not like that. I read the book Breath by James Nestor. I'll recommend that to everybody. One of the best books I ever read in my whole life. Bought it from many, many people. And in the book, he just talks about slowing down the breathing rate. So literally expanding your lungs as far as you can go and holding that, and just slowly letting it out. So I have been getting up really early in the morning to try and like set my nervous system up, and it has been so helpful for me. It has like reset my body in ways that I've needed to, because you fall out of habits all the time. So meditation is a habit that I had way back yonder a few years ago, when I first really started getting over the hump of where I was psychologically in my health, because health is physical and spiritual. But now here I am again, needing to dip back down into what's going on inside with my breathing and my thoughts, and how I'm approaching my daily routine behaviors, habit health. Every day you make your habits make your life. And there's one more doctor I want to recommend to you, Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you don't know him, he is phenomenal. He actually scientifically documents the studies of meditation and what they can do for your health, the science of spirituality. So it's amazing. It's amazing the information that he has gathered from people all over the world. And he has a ton of books. He has a book called Becoming Supernatural, which is a great book. He talks a lot about neurochemistry and how our emotions, again, play on our hormones. So in the same token, if you are in a place where you need to let something go, now is a good time to do that too. Even people that you're surrounded with, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this, but when you go around people, you pick up energy. You pick up, they've done blood studies that show that when you're hanging around people who have high cortisol and certain hormones present, your energies blend, your hormones blend with them, right? When you walk in a room and things feel chaotic, that's because you are picking up the energy of your body. Our bodies are so much smarter than us, thank God, because they continue to breathe and continue to blink and do all the digestive processes, everything. But part of that intelligence is knowing what type of energy you're around. So if you're around people, if you're in bad relationships with people, it's so important to know how this affects your hormones, how it affects your cycle, women's cycle, fertility cycle. It's good to be around people who make you feel calm, loved, and supported. And besides all that, you deserve it. We all deserve that. So I hope this video is helpful for you in some way. like, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel. But as always, I wish you luck.